YouTube, what is going on? It's your boy Lasan back at you guys with another video. As you can see from the title of the video, we're going to talk about the 4 different type of dreadheads in this Dreadlock community or Loc community, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to go ahead and get into this video. The first type of dreadheads who are all around this Dreadlock community, who I see are people with a full set of locks, and the full set of locks is personally my favorite. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about all the different types of dreadlocks and like what I think are cool about them, but like the disadvantages of them, you know. I'm gonna try to break this down in this video, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. But yeah, we're gonna start off with all the people with locks, with a full set of locks, such as myself. You know, I really love the full set of locks because you can honestly do so much with a full set of locks on your head. I mean, you can even still do them with some of the others, but personally, I prefer to have this full set of locks because you can do so much with them that you can't do with a high top set of locks or an undercut set of locks, you know? You can plait them. You can plait your full set of locks, you know. You can braid them. There's so many stuff you can do. And because you have a full head, it's really a variety. Like dreadlocks are super versatile with the full set of locks. And that's why I love having a full set of locks, although I really don't do that many styles with them. But I prefer to have a full set of locks because, like, it's the winter time now, and locks are like an extra like layer of warmth on your skin. Like if I had a high top, I mean my head would be warm. If I had a high top set of locks, my head would be warm, but like honestly, I would still feel like the breeze on my head, and like I haven't felt the breeze of cold air like on my head in a while, and like I prefer it that way. Like I like the warmth this full set of locks gives me, like especially during this time in the fall and winter are my favorite seasons. So that's what I love about having a full set of locks, is there's so much versatility with them. And yeah, I love the versatility, and I love the fact that like my whole head is warm. I mean, when it gets super cold, like it's not gonna stop the super cold, but still this full set of locks keeps me warm, so I love them. And now we're gonna get into high top locks. See, I really dig the high top locks because people like my favorite YouTuber Gunther the Great get the high top fades and all that stuff, and I think that stuff is cool. And if you have a high top lock, and if you have high top locks during the summer, like you have an advantage that us people with a full set of locks don't have. Like if you have a high top set of locks, like you can just put them up honestly, and like you'll get some coolness on your head because you don't have a full set of locks like me and some other people with a full set of locks. So that's honestly what I feel is an advantage of the people in this dreadlock community with the high top set of locks, and I think that's cool. But still, I'd rather have a full set because of what I said in the beginning. And yeah, a lot of people do they do the famous style of like pulling their high top locks back and like putting it in 2 braids. I really like that style. You guys know what I'm talking about, you people with the high top locks, or you dreadlockers or lock tubers, whatever you want to call yourselves. You guys know what I'm talking about. I really like that style that I see a lot of people do with them. Just put them in 2 braids and put them back. That's sick. But yeah, and now we're getting into an undercut. The people in the dreadlock community with undercuts. An undercut is dope too. Like if I didn't have a full set of locks, I think I would get an undercut before I got a high top cut, honestly, because the undercut is just preferably what I think I would get. because you don't go that high up on your head, and like you can still like do a lot more than what you can do with the high top set of locks if you have an undercut, preferably. But still, I would just do this. Like if I didn't have a full set, like I would most likely get an undercut before I got a high top fade, because yeah, like as long as the undercut isn't like too high, like you can still do a lot with your undercuts. So that's honestly what I would do if I didn't have a full set. And like you still have the same advantage in the summer, just like you do with the high top fade with dreadlocks, you know. So that's another thing I like about you people with the dreadlock undercut. Like, that's sick. So if I wasn't doing this, well, actually I would be freeform. I would be freeform or get an undercut. But I'm definitely not getting an undercut, because just like with a high top fade, you gotta pay for your haircut like every 3 weeks or every month, and I'm really not for haircuts. I hate haircuts. I hated getting my hair done, sitting in a chair for God knows how long, getting a haircut. So no, I wouldn't get I'd just freeform before I get an undercut, if I didn't have a full set, honestly. And last but not least, we're gonna get into freeforming. Freeforming, I just love freeform locks, because as long as you separate, like you can still control how some of your locks are gonna look. And if you prefer to like do your thing with your locks and just let them be, then your locks just be, you know what I'm saying? And like the same thing us people with a full set deal with with our full set is what freeformers deal with during the summer once their locks get like super long. And if your locks are like super thick, that's what I feel would like be a disadvantage with having the freeform locks, is like if your freeform locks are super thick, like imagine washing them. Imagine the weight on your head. Like that's why if I did freeform, like I would not want my freeform locks to get that thick. Like I wouldn't want them as thick as my arm. I would want them thick though, you know what I'm saying? Like thick as maybe J. Cole's locks, but some of his locks are like super thick too. So I really don't know, or maybe almost as much as thick as his. But freeforming, I just love freeforming, you know. But man, you really feel that heat in the summer, you know, with all that hair. And like, yeah, the disadvantage to me would be like if my freeform locks were super thick, just like washing them, like the weight on my head. Like I said, like that would probably be hard to deal with. But shout out to you freeformers that do deal with that stuff. And like I said, I still can freeform like in the future, which is what I might do, like if I just stop twisting my locks, which I might, but not anytime soon, you know. So yeah, I think, and then like freeformers can also get like an undercut at a high top too. So it's basically like the same stuff. If you freeform and have an undercut, like you have the same advantages and disadvantages. But this is the video, you guys. Wasn't trying to make it this long, but it's like 10 minutes long. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed my points. I hope they came across clearly. And if you weren't rocking the current type of locks that you have now, whether freeforming, high top locks, undercut locks, or a full set like mine, like what kind of locks would you be rocking if you weren't rocking the set of locks you have now? I would love to hear your comments down below. So drop your comments down below. You guys already know what it is. It's your boy Locd. I'm out here. One love, one nation, Loc Nation. Stay happy and stay nappy. one love. Peace.